What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, coming into with another episode of Hockey Mask Time. Now, before I get started, let us bow our heads and recite the HMT motto, shall we? A man will only take so much disrespect, and it's only a matter of time before he finally decides today's the day. Gentlemen, we have another elderly man who decided, yes, I'm going to go ahead and join the 3 hots and a cot retirement community. Now, this article was published on the 7th of July. 73-year-old man charged with offlining his 77-year-old wife in the Bronx. Elderly women, you need to understand something. Old man strength is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, that man still has testosterone, and that can increase his rage even in his elderly age. Now, let me just go ahead and say this right here. Whoa! Prosecutors are charging a 73-year-old man with offlining his wife. Detectives removed evidence from the bloody crime scene inside the Pelham Parkway apartments for hours. Police say Marcia Greenberg, 77, who lived there with her husband, was rushed to Jacoby Hospital and pronounced deleted. Greenberg had been brutally beaten, and sources say she had a pillow over her head. Quote unquote, I didn't think it was that bad that they would have something like this happen, said neighbor Luis Ortega. Several neighbors said the couple bickered, sometimes publicly, sometimes loudly. Yes. So you know what that means, gentlemen. There was no A straight to D. There was a chain reaction to lead this man to finally explode. One neighbor who did not want to speak on camera told Eyewitness News that outbursts from the victim were becoming louder and more frequent. However, they say that the victim seemed confused and appeared to be in declining health, something that may have overwhelmed both of them, and that they never had any visitors. Another neighbor says he was shocked to learn that the older woman who warmly greeted his children would become a victim of such a violent crime, and that her husband, now this is key, who quietly walked with her along Barnes Avenue each day, would be accused. Put a pin right there. Quote unquote, he seemed very loving of her, very, very calm. So I doubt it had to be or had to do with him. Maybe it was an accident. I'm honestly not sure, Ortega said. On Monday, the victim's husband, identified as 73-year-old Jeffrey Colin, was charged with termination, manslaughter, 2 counts of strangulation, and 1 count of using or possession of a criminal weapon for what sources tell Eyewitness News was a blunt object. Well. Gentlemen, I want to circle back to something that should have immediately jumped out. They said this man was very, very calm, and he walked quietly with her. Yeah, that man was a ticking time bomb, especially with all of the arguments that they were having. Yeah, little by little, that fuse of his was lit. However, something made it accelerate, and he finally just said, enough was enough. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I have had it. Gentlemen, what does that sound like? That's right, the anger of a patient, gentle man. He unleashed more than likely decades of pent-up rage when he finally snapped. Yeah, ladies. Yeah, even old men are capable of snapping and doing serious damage. What more do I need to say about this one, gentlemen? Honestly, what more do I need to damn say? Anyway, let's get to that scorecard, shall we? For location. Went down in their home. Gonna give that a 10. Method of execution. They did not give a specific weapon, so I'm going to go with blunt force beatdown for 45 points. Psychological impact. They said it was a bloodied scene, so I got to give that a 50. And for the brutality factor, once again, they said she was brutally beaten, so I got to give that a 45. So Jeffrey, Judgment Day, gets a score of 150. Gentlemen, we keep saying this. It does not matter how old a man is. Every man has a line. Every man has a line drawn in the sand that when a woman pushes him over that line, he will snap. Once again, let's go ahead and make the point. This man, for all intents and purposes, was observed in the neighborhood as a calm, loving man. Now, of course, it surprised everybody that he would be capable of something so damn brutal. However, like we always say, gentlemen, do not underestimate even old men, because that old man's strength can come. And when it comes, oh yeah, that is pure, unfiltered strength. Why? Because all the mechanisms that would normally restrain a man's power are not there anymore. And if they are severely declined with age. Yeah. Oh yeah. But hey, these modern women, they just seem to be batshit crazy. Seems like his wife was batshit crazy, and he finally had enough. He finally said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This woman has driven me beyond my line. And all it took was that one fatal moment for him to explode. Oh well, he's not the first. He definitely will not be the last. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Read the article. Let me know what you guys think. And to you women out there that believe that old men are easy targets, that you can just dump everything that you want to onto them because you've been with them for so long, you better understand this, ladies, and you better understand this crystally damn clear. The power society allows you to believe that you have will go out. Feminism and the idea that a man, no matter his age, is going to allow you to run over the top of him and treat him disrespectfully in any old way, nope, that's going to go out right along with it. Because trust me, ladies, trust me, the one man that you really don't want to have coming after you is an old man, because that man definitely has more life experiences that has driven him beyond his line. And guess what? When he unleashes that rage, it will be pure, unstoppable rage and fury. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am out.
Woke up, murder on my mind, yeah. Losing all my hope, yeah. I'ma do the crime, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill.